Hey Aquarius, what's up? How's it going? It's me, Archer, and it is time to do your energy check-in for the week ahead. Pulling on the current energies at the time we're recording this live. However, whenever it found its way into your phone's algorithm and you clicked on it and decided to come and hang out with us for a little bit, perfect timing as always. They are timeless messages, so whenever you found it and came here is exactly when you're supposed to. You are right on time. And do like Max doing over on TikTok. Flood that chat or leave a comment down below with some alien emojis. All right? It's your emoji, and you need to embrace it. It's cool. But what I want to find out is when I sat down to meditate and get the energies for your title and your title card, why I heard embrace the silence. I'm like, what? No, let's have some action. God's like, just go with it, Archer. I'm like, no way. He's like, Yahweh. I'm like, oh, I see what you did. So it's cool. But whatever message does come out in this case, good, bad, or indifferent, don't worry, because when you're with me, you're ultimately and definitely protected. I'm your ride or die, and I've got your back. I'm your crystals, all right? Have you seen my chariot? It's air conditioned and it's got T-tops. It's cool. I love the 80s. Anyways, okay, so let's do it, Aquarius. God, tap me into Aquarius's energies. What's up, Ralph? What's cracking back? I'm hanging out. What's you doing? Just chilling like a villain over here. Hey, Jackie, what's up? Let's go for it. Hey, Melissa. Spinny hugs. What up to the modest with the mostest? Hey, Dark Water. All right, God, fill me in. What's up with the Aquarius energy? What do we have for Aquarius? Give me everything you got. 2 shuffles. Let's do it. 1 and 2. Let's love this deck for the amazingly auspicious Aquarians. Come on, get happy. Nice. Overall energy is the Hanged Man. Why does God have to keep backing me up all the time? It's so cool. I love it. Literally, the pause, the silence, the patience that comes through on this. Because remember, the Hanged Man puts himself into the tree of life. With Temperance, this shows action coming in. It's almost like you're almost just being told, just take off 24 hours and enjoy it because it's going to get fast real fast. Ace of Cups. This is the card I used to test TikTok to make sure my camera was flipped too. So the Ace of Cups definitely resonates. And this is a nice little conundrum that by jumping into the New Earth timeline, you've embraced. You know how like in the tarot that the Strength card and the Justice card have a flippy flop? They change places once upon a time, right? Pisces and Sagittarius, they got a little something going on too. In the fact that, you know how everybody says that Temperance is about patience? It's not. It's 9th house energy. It's actually about balance and alchemy and moderation being the key. The true card of patience is the Hanged Man, because that's the card that puts themselves into the tree of life and takes the time to think, deduce, and analyze before the love offer comes in. And to the Aquarius that has recently thrown a penny into a wishing well somewhere, wishes are being granted because I'm totally looking at the Samaritan at the well, talking to Jesus. I think people even talking to you are giving you signs of directions, especially if they're like talking and saying your person's name. This could just even be people in line while you're waiting to get your coffee and you're like, everybody's talking about me. That's freaky. It is. All right, let's see where we go. Let's find out what's going on. I need details. All right, current conditions at Aquarius. We have all major arcana so far into the 8 of Wands. Oh, beautiful. This shows forward momentum happening closer into the end of the week. And I'm going to actually add one variable because the 8 of Wands being the 8th card, it might be 8 days from when you find this, okay? Ooh, 8 days a week by the Beatles might work. And that's how I get my titles. I do the same thing, like how the Beatles wrote 8 days a week, that when Paul was on his way to John's house in the taxi, oh, some of you guys might be an Uber driver or something like that. But with the 8 of Wands, he asked the cab driver, like, how's work going for you? How's things going? And the cab driver said to Paul, he goes, oh, it's been busy. I've been working 8 days a week. As soon as Paul got to John's house, he goes, right, I got the title. Let's go. And that's how I do it. I ask my guides. I ask God direct. I'm like, give me something. What you got? And through the free writing and meditating, I get to this direction. So I'm being told later in the week ahead, after you finish going through this major level up and this major change in the New Earth timeline, because we are at the great divide right now, the great fork in the road of who stays in the old earth because they're comfy, who elevates into the new earth and higher vibrations. You know what I mean? I think you're going that way. You're going to find out in the week ahead and get some clarity as to why this tower happened for you. And it leads to the best outcome possible. So like right now, you're like, it's not the best outcome possible. Why does this keep happening to me? And yet later you find out in the week that you're like, oh, that's why. Like this saying of somebody turns you down for a date and then the person you've really been waiting for reaches out and texts you. And you're like, oh, that's why. Oh my gosh, okay. I dig it. So some of you guys are really getting deeper into your spirituality while you're looking out for uno dos tres right now. You're just doing what's best for you, almost to the point that you kind of might even Tower card feel guilty for doing it. But the Hierophant tells me you got nothing guilty to be feeling, because what you've done is best for you and your sanity. You know what I mean? And sure, maybe some other people will judge you for it because they want what's best for them, not you. But you've taken some power back. And even right now, maybe you're adjusting that and being like, I'm not used to being so like bossy and demanding. I'm a water bearer. I'm a nurturer, Archer, but I feel like I'm being mean. It's confidence. Some people might look at it as being mean, but it's confidence, okay? I'm hearing a specific song by Dennis O'Leary, and I'm not going to say it, but it's like, I'll give you a verse on it. You can figure the rest out from there, okay? Because we're going to behave. But it's like, I drive really slow in the ultra fast lane while people behind me are going insane. You'll figure out the rest of it. And you're not being one. The Eight of Wands, you're going at your pace and doing what's best for you. All right? No worries that that man in the old man grand caravan shows up in front of you. I see you making the course adjustments needed to continue on your path. It's like you're in a vehicle that has like the automatic cruise control and the automatic speed control in it, and it's helping you. Somebody here might even drive like a Tesla that's got the self-driving feature. Oh my gosh, can we hang out with me in my Trans Am? All right, we'll find out some more about this. Okay, somebody here is definitely either into music, a musician, or an entertainer. Might even work like an engineer, car designer, or something in the auto industry. But okay, let's keep rolling. Let's go forward into the love departments. All right, starting with the past energies from the beginning, and think young, Aquarius, not just your birth date. Think 4 cells young, okay? I've run my conception chart, hasn't everybody? Just subtract 9 or so. But anyways, up to current day, all right? Because remember, you're allowed to miss and love whomever you want, however long you want. My title here is just Tarot Reader, not Tarot Tell You What to Do. The Star card, the Page of Swords, oh my gosh, and the 3 of Pentacles. This person is stalking you digitally in order to build a new temple with you. They are totally going Taylor Swift at the moment. And like, let's say you like football, male Aquariuses. This girl's learning everything about football. All right. Or even for my girl Aquariuses, this guy is actually learning like, okay, this could be exactly what's happening, but it's the energy I'm pulling, that this is a guy that in order to fix themselves and be better for you, they will literally pull into like a CVS or a Rite Aid and walk down that aisle, girls. And the first lady they find there, they're going to be like, I have a couple questions. Could you tell me the difference between these? And like the little old lady's like, oh. So this person, they're stalking you in a way to learn how to be better for you. Okay. Slight a little bit of faking it, but at the end result is they learn how that aisle works or how football works. That's cool. I remember for the longest time I thought football and PBR were the same thing. We'll find out, because the Star card shows you are part of their healing journey. Okay. Page of Swords. Yeah, stop feeling guilty for that too. They check up on you. It's okay. It's 2025. Everybody's Page of Swords, somebody. The internet is a wonderful thing, right? Judgment-free zone. Okay, new person vibes. Either you're single and you wonder what's coming in from today going forward, or you're in something and wonder where it's going. The 2 of Pentacles, the King of Cups. Ooh. You know, I like this reading because this reading is a lot about self-love and the healing journey. And you're calling in someone that is already in the midst of their journey too with the King of Cups. So you think they got no feelings for you, but they're really, really, really like hyper independent and really focusing on pouring the cup into themselves, right? But with the Emperor here, you might think that they're entertaining other options or got something else going on, but this is really somebody that's, you're calling in your own level. You guys are both looking out for uno dos tres, but it's also leading to a bit of a quiet standoff, and that neither of you guys like are like, well, okay, now what do we do? Maybe Aquarius isn't interested. Nah, maybe they're not interested. And yet you guys are like totally both interested. All right, 2 of Pentacles. I don't think Aquarius likes me. And you're like, I don't know if they like me. It's so quiet. They're not taking action. And then they're like, Aquarius isn't taking it. And I'm like, whoa. So we're going to have to get to the bottom of this because you guys are both interested in each other. But it's like that. This is that one that is everything every past person wasn't. And like you met in the weirdest of circumstances, right? Very happenstance. Some of you guys, it was a digital meetup and you might not even have met each other in person yet, or like once or twice. You know what I mean? We'll find out. This is interesting. I dig it. Okay, let's go. I've got Scorpio Aries and Taurus energy here. We've got Sagittarius, could be another Aquarius, or that's you. Gemini and Libra are both here with Capricorn and Pisces, more Aries. I do feel a little bit of Virgo vibes. I'm just not seeing a card yet, so we'll see where this goes. And you or them could be born on the 16th, the 8th, the 11th, or maybe even the 4th. I'm going to call the 14th out as well. Okay, let's see what we got. The Emperor. This, look, the cards, I'm even using different decks, but the layout is mirroring the Capricorn reading. Some of you guys could be dealing with the Capricorn, the Hanged Man, the Knight of Pentacles, the Hermit. The only reason I'm scratching my head, Aquarius, is because it's literally, even with a different deck, because I used the Archer deck last time, and I've got the Titanic deck for you. And yet, the same cards are coming out. This is kind of cool. I like this energy. Aries Pisces vibes are getting really strong right now, okay? So what I'm seeing on this one, that Hanged Man vibes. When I get repeating cards, that's God telling me, Archer, look at that card deeper. You didn't get all the messages off of it. It's kind of like, oh, you're developing your spirituality or your intuition. You're getting deep into this stuff because you're getting ready to come into an era of manifestation. You're starting to notice that your thoughts are actually starting to create things, right? Like you're like, oh, I wish I had extra money for lunch or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden you put on a jacket and there's money in the pocket or something, or you find 20 bucks in your car. You're like, whoa, when did that fall under the seat? But you're starting to manifest things that you're going to start being a little shocked and surprised as you grow this. You've just been heavily focused on manifestation to bring in the real love and the energy. And the reason it's taken so long is because you're a very highly leveled person. You're on a high vibration. Ordinary just doesn't do. This is somebody that comes in that has taken the time with the Knight of Pentacles to do the work and be on your level. Even for those of you manifesting a past person back, they had a lot of shadow work to do to be ready for you. And that's why God would keep this in that energy of being like the silence. But on this Hanged Man, remember how when I sat down, I was told, like, embrace the silence, Aquarius, right? What I'm seeing off of this is that now, to bring in the real love and the person on your mind, you are starting to get some shrapnel. You're powerful, right? Like you use too much manifestation, and like you've gotten a text message from somebody that you're like, oh gosh, no, not that person. No, wait, hold it. And God's like, I'm unsure. You're firing it all rapid at me, right? Knight of Pentacles. So what I'm seeing here in the week ahead is that pause is like God being like, hold on, I got all the info, and it's so close to happening with the Hierophant. You think it's a tower moment that you're going to be alone forever. Literally, we just got into Virgo season, and as I'm reading this, the new moon in Virgo, the black moon, is happening, okay? I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. Oh my gosh, that's Ozzy Osbourne came out. Or something about like a train blocking you at a train crossing or something. Or that song, if you hear that on the radio, that's even a cool bonus point in the Hermit card while you're kind of doing your own thing, finding your light. But you found the light, right? It's kind of like even that extra money. It's like back when I did remote starts and car accessories for a living, my business. I used to always put $5 bills into all the owner's manuals for the remote starters. And when they came back in a little bit to tell me that wasn't working right, and then I went behind the scenes and put a new battery in the remote, I always went back to the glove box and pulled the manual out, and I took my money back. It was like an investment that I couldn't spend it while it was somewhere else. All right. It's like a long-term investment that you bought into, like kind of Warren Buffett style. And it's just taken a long time to come to fruition, right? The Hanged Man shows it's happening with the Temperance card. Sagittarius energy is pretty strong too. Some of you guys might have either an Aquarius moon or Aquarius strong in your chart, but you're like a different sun sign here. And that's totally cool. I dig that vibe. Remember, we all have all parts of the charts in our chart. Yeah, the Chariot, Queen of Cups, the Six of Swords. It's just a change up in the Two of Wands to start coming around and ready to go. You're fighting a good fight that's been fought for generations and just breaking off those generational curses, embracing the AI era to come out of this Five of Pentacles, right? Like, well, all the other, I don't know who's got a drone because I'm seeing like an Aquarius playing with a drone, right? But, or maybe it's your person or something, I don't know. But it's kind of like in the military vibes that, well, you got generations that have been working to fight this good fight, clear back into past your great grandparents and such. It's why you keep smelling your parents' perfume, by the way. Anyways, the Six of Wands and the Two of Swords, there's the rewards for coming in, because while all the generations have been fighting the good fight with the Two of Swords here, you're like walking in being like, well, I don't know if this is fair or not, but I got a drone. Right? It's got like 3 or 4 Hellfire seeking missiles on it and a couple cameras, and I see the devil energies. There's the demons, right? So like, did we start? Should I push? Should I nuke them now? Like, oh, okay, hold on. Cool. You guys want to go get pizza? Right? You've got an edge due to the development of your intuitive gifts, the stuff that's making you feel all vertigo and weird right now. Not Virgo, vertigo. And it's just because you're adjusting to this new Earth timeline from the shift. I mean, look at the Schumann scale. We've had a few spikes where the world's been so crazy busy that it's caused the Earth to vibrate a lot. And I'm not a fan of the fear mongering on the Schumann scales. That's why I just look at it myself, because it is not those things of like, look at the whiteout. Oh my gosh, the world is ending. Oh my God, what are we going to do? The Schumann resonance is a human invented meter that monitors the vibration of Earth. And very much how like my Aquarius is, if you live in an apartment, you know how you can hear the neighbors upstairs? That's all the sensors are. It's us. Of course it activates on like a Friday night where half the world is partying, or on Monday morning when we're all rushing into work, right? It's a matter of taking that and embracing it with the energies to see where it's going, you know? And so that's the vibe I see you doing, is tapping into it and embracing what's coming your way. You're just ahead of the curve with Pluto in your sign. That's all it is. And you're already at that crossroads, right? Where you've got the energies to give you the heads up that the old Earth and the new Earth are coming in. It's like as soon as you get ready for the new person, the past person is going to reach out, type of a vibe. You know what I mean? And you feel it coming. You just know it's getting ready to happen. And with Molly Brown showing up here to give Captain Rostron, she wasn't the unsinkable Molly Brown until the musical in the 60s. The true unsinkable woman on the Titanic was Violet Jessup. That's my girl. You all right? If you want to know about her, ask. I know too much about her, but that's cool. You're getting awarded. And some of you guys, I do see an award coming in your workplace. It might just be Employee of the Month with a cool parking space for a couple days or something. But I actually do see some of you guys getting an actual trophy award in your industry. Okay? You'll be shocked when you hear that you've been nominated for it too. And then you wind up getting it. That's Caitlin Petty getting a Grammy when she didn't know that they didn't. They're like, she's like, how'd they even notice natural disaster? And they're like, they noticed. Everything happens for a reason. Much like why this is happening to come forward. Because if the person on your mind had showed up any sooner, they wouldn't have been as elevated as you, and it would have been doomed to fail. Have faith. This is to get the order. Chef's kiss. Perfect. Okay? I like it. And it's, you waited this long, and you've only got 8 days left from the time of finding this reading. I mean, heck, I could fill up 8 days with boring stuff to do. Come hang out with me. I'll bore you to tears for 8 days. I'll just talk about the Titanic or Knight Rider. Who cares about that? Right? Right? Queen of Swords. Well, Hasselhoff does. I know. That's cool. Me and the historians do. Queen of Swords. You're like, Archer, hush. That's a cool car. You see this on the Queen of Swords? What I'm seeing going forward is that you're cutting out the deceitfulness that this person brought in. And by you disconnecting from the energy, you're literally... you're pulling them right back in. All right. With the King of Swords on the Queen of Swords. Ooh. Some of you guys were divorced from this, because the Queen and King of Swords, when they're awoke, they think before reacting. But when they're unawoke, the King and Queen of Swords were voted in high school most likely to get divorced. Okay. They were. All right. You should see the tarot high school yearbook. It's crazy. The Fool cards picture wouldn't even be allowed today. It's the Seven of Pentacles. I'm so sorry that my laugh sounds like a train pulling into the station. Anyways, see, I knew it. He came back even after I shuffled. The King and the Queen of Swords. The thing on this is their deceitfulness, their dishonesty, and literally they would try to mind manipulate you, right? It's your fault this is all happening, Aquarius. It's your fault I haven't got over my ex yet. It's your fault I did this. The thing is, they're projecting it out. And it's kind of like even the guilt by omissions, when you were begging for energy, begging for answers. You know, what could I do differently? What did I do? What's wrong? In the Page of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, you didn't do anything. It's almost as if they felt like by keeping things quiet, it was their way to keep control in the situation. Well, they were thinking of things, trying to make a plan and get over what they were going through, the stuff in their own personal energy. nothing that you did to them that to make them ready to trust in a relationship again. I'm going to give the cross watcher some points on this two energies, Seven of Pentacles, Page of Wands. Before they even knew you existed, Aquarius, they were involved with somebody very heavy and very deep. And that person broke them, took their heart, put it in a blender, and pit frappe. All right. And it's taken them a long time to come back through and out of it. And then they took it all back out on you. A programmed response they hadn't healed from yet. You know what I mean? And then before you knew it, man, you tried to look out for them as much as possible. Even for those of you that this is the kind of energy where like you had to keep your purse in a drawer or your wallet at the bedside table because like when they needed a couple bucks, they'd come to you or they'd help themselves sometimes. I'm actually seeing somebody at some point pawning something very important or like a part of a family history, and then the other person finding out and being like, oh my God, what did you do? We can't get that back. That was so-and-so's, you know? For them, whatever the addiction was, that was what they got into, okay? Now, they're still closed off just due to that sense of entitlement. We're watching the end of an ego death, and that's why they're watching you on social media, okay? They think every post you're making is for them, not just the ones that you make that are actually about them, you know, because you're scrolling, you see a post, you're like, oh, that makes me think of that person. And they see all of this stuff, and it's helping them to still learn their lessons while they watch you because they need to have the ego death, and they can't figure out why you move on so fast, even though you're not letting the stresses of the hurts from this, because you saw something long-term with them, and you're trying to keep that stiff upper lip, be cool, but deep down, they hurt you. And everybody always assumes, oh, it's Aquarius. They're the aliens of the Zodiac. They don't have any emotions. They'll be fine. I've seen you. I've seen you. You've cried yourself to sleep over this at least once when it first happened. And you were like, what in the world? What could I have done differently? I tried everything, Archer. Futility, right? Seven of Pentacles is the card of futility. The Wreck of the Titan. Predictive programming. What? I agree. Why do all these submarine companies keep naming their ships Titan, Triton, Titanic? Have we not figured out the pattern yet? This person's figuring out the pattern. You already figured it out. That's why if I was going to build a submarine, I would name it Olympian. The Olympic's the one that never sank. The Olympic's the one that rammed a torpedo. The Olympic's the one that sank a U-boat. I'll name my stuff after the Olympic, right? Futility. This is predictive programming. And some of you guys already know this person's getting ready to reach out because you're feeling it and you had that really weird dream about them, right? I do see it might take a little delayed reaction as they finish the ego death, but with the Page of Wands, they will totally come your way. This was a big lesson in perceived value because very much like how, remember how they used tiller commands back in 1912, like for all of you that are like, wait a second, even in the movie, he goes hard to starboard and the ship turns left, right? In 1912, the captains picked whether you used tiller commands, which was from the old days of sailing ships. Think about a sailboat. You go this way, the boat goes the other way. Or if we're using rudder commands, where you actually turn the ship and it goes the way you intend it to. We were in a transshift of the times in 1912. So both were permitted. The captain had to decide which way it was going. This is somebody that originally said hard to port and then realized they meant hard to starboard, and it's spinning them back your way. Now, I do see for like 3 or 4% of you guys, very minimal. Not everybody's a cheater, but for some of you guys, they did try to make you into a third party, okay? What I'm seeing bulk on it, hey Hunter, hey Bloomin' Rose, oh my gosh, what's up guys? I'm sorry I don't say hi that much. When I get channeling, I get in the zone. But hey guys, what's up? Thanks for coming. 3 of Pentacles on this one. The bulk of you guys, it was the ego, the hyper-independence, and the whole I'm not ready for this, I'm not ready for this, right? They're ready for this with the Page of Wands. All that Page of Swordsing and stalking your social media from silence while they were stuck in their ways, they didn't realize it, but subconsciously you were reprogramming years of childhood misprogramming, relationship misprogramming, and they thought they were just stalking you on social media. And here, everything that they were reading, once it's in the brain, can't get rid of it. They're like, I didn't even know I tried to heal. I still thought I didn't do anything wrong and I didn't need to heal. And then before they know it, they healed. And that's what brings them back your way. All right. This could be a Capricorn, a Gemini, or a Libra. So Taurus is here. Gemini again. Wow, strong Gemini and Libra. Could be another Aquarius, though. Page of Wands. I got Leo and Sagittarius off of. You or them could be born on the 23rd. The 3rd is here, the 16th, the 27th, the 17th, possibly even the 13th or the 11th. Basically anything with a 4 in the day, the month, or the year, okay? Yeah, Sun card, 10 of Swords. This overcomes the overthinking and literally coming clean with, I made the wrong choice. I feel for a bulk of you, the wrong choice was the fact that they tried to like never commit, either serial dating, multiple options, or just they're so vain they thought Carly Simon wrote the song about them, right? But they're totally past that point where they're realizing you make them happy. And it's a change in perceived value, just like Frankie Goldsmith. Because he moved to Detroit and lived near Briggs Stadium. The screams from the home runs used to freak him out because to him as a young boy, it sounded just like the screams of people dying in the ocean that night. But his mom was like, sorry, kid, we can't move. We can't afford it. We're stuck here. All right. We didn't get to go to Zodiac like the other family did. But he actually learned to adapt to it and realized those screams meant something different coming from the baseball stadium. And before Frank Goldsmith passed away, he happened to love baseball. How about that? Somebody that completely changed, and at this moment in time, you're like, there's no way in the world, Archer. There's better chances of raising the Titanic than this person changing. I know, right? It's totally cool. And even that, when it happens in a couple days here, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, Archer was right. This person's all humbled and talking nicer and apologizing. They only want to be with you. That's the thing. They've quit whatever the vice was, whether it was hyperindependence, alcoholism, spending money, any of that. They chose you over the vice. It's just been a lot of 10 of Wands work to get there, but get ready because, especially for those of you waiting for this person, the one that you think got away because every other time you fix somebody up, they ran off with somebody else. This one comes back and this is your keeper this time. You'll be able to trust this one. If they weren't able to be trusted, God would not let them reach out. Their anger would flare again, but they've worked on it. They'd throw the phone. They'd have no reception. All that stuff. Some of you have even already gotten the communication. You're like, I don't know if I can believe in this one. It's good to go forward this time on it. Okay? This is a big lesson in trust. They have to earn it back. Okay? But I see it happening. All right. Strong Leo vibes on that too. All right. Let's get into the new person energy and see what's up with this though. And Aquarius, if you would like to book a personal private reading with me, you can email me. Nope, don't have to email me anymore. This is still new, but I love it. It's automated now. It's on an automated booking site. All you got to do is scan the QR code. All right, or it's up here too. The link's pinned in the bio, and it's always in Melissa's comment too. But the thing, don't forget, subscribe to Sunshine Intuitive Tarot. Melissa's killing it over there. We're just getting started. She's an undiscovered gem. Check it out. But yeah, all you got to do now is scan the QR code, go to the booking link and book your reading. It lets you automatically pick from the date, pick from the time, from the available appointments. And as soon as you book the reading, whether it's the Zoom reading where it's one-on-one with me here at the table. I mean, I record it too, so you get a copy of it afterwards. But as soon as you book it, I'll send you the link to the reading. And then if you pick the YouTube private one, I'll reach out to you and I'll ask you for your questions and your details. But it's all automatic, so you don't have to wait for me to email back. That way you get in the schedule and the appointment. And then that way I get the chance to reach out to you and get the details. All right. So whatever you pick, though, I do look forward to reading for you and helping in any way possible because I love reading for Aquarius. You guys are awesome sauce. And definitely check out the link tree. That QR code will take you there. That takes you to all the playlists, all the base covers, the picker cards, the original songs, the interviews, and more. All right. It's all the safe to click links. And check out the most recent all signs. It has a link in the timestamps to fill you in on all the upcoming collabs because Frankie and I have decided to make it a thing. We loved it. It was like old times for us. So we're going to be doing that more often with you guys. I do have an upcoming collab with Selena over at Love Fire Tarot. All right, I'll get that one in and announced. And the upcoming public appearance in Nashville, Tennessee on September 14th. No ticket cost. If you are in Nashville and you can get there and you want to be on camera during an all signs, that's literally it. All right. The management's got it all worked out for me so that you guys don't have to pay nothing. And I love that. So definitely subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed to me, Sunshine Tarot, Love Fire Tarot, and Frankie's. All right. Everybody that's in the Archer Network on the homepage. And I'll see you in Nashville, Tennessee on the 14th. All right. Definitely stay tuned. I'll keep posting the location and the details as soon as I know them, unless I already know them. Who knows? High Priestess. Even I don't know what I know. I never know about these things. I don't know why I'm seeing a dream about like somebody shoveling spaghetti onto a plate. That's kind of neat. Okay, new person vibes. Let's get back into it. Thank you for letting me shout myself out. All right. There we go. Perfect. All right, what's up with the new person vibes? Ellie Angel, what up, girl? Spinny hugs, hon. What you up to? All right, Two of Pentacles. Oh, okay, whoa, really? Oh, I caught it in my lap. Hold on, we're good. It's Ismay. It's the Two of Pentacles. I told you this person has been a scapegoat in so many relationships. That's the reason why they are so quiet and nervous to proceed. You guys work well together, and like it started off good, but then silence. Maybe you or them are born on the 2nd or the 22nd with all the repeating 2s. It does seem like the 2s are stalking you a little bit. Now, the thing with the silence is they get cold feet because they're unsure if you're interested or if it's like maybe this is just a cool work connection or a friend thing or something. They're so nervous about proceeding forward because they're so self-centered on their own journey that they honestly don't think you're that interested. And they're like, I'm pretty sure Aquarius is just cool where we're at with this. And you're like, no, I totally am not. This person, and like, it's that weird thing that it like shows up out of the blue. Some of you guys, I think you met online and you live at a distance. There might not even be an actual physical meetup yet with the 6 of Cups to the Hierophant. Page of Pentacles, though, shows an offer coming your way on this one. Yeah. Okay, I get it. I see what it is. When you met this person, the hyper-independent, this person had become one of the 80% of the world that was sworn off on relationships. It's not worth it. It's too much hassle, too much headache. Nobody's in it for love. I'm staying single for the rest of my life. I just want to do me. And then they met you, right? They just popped up in your feed or you popped up in one of theirs for like, yeah, maybe you or them are in line or in social media or public eye somehow. And like, didn't even expect it. Like a new person got hired into work and you guys hit it off and lunch dates become real dates. And then it's like somebody travels like full time for work, which makes it really difficult. Does somebody work for like an airline industry or something? Page of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, Death card on the Tower, right to the 6 of Pentacles. It's beyond false start. I get it. Scorpio energy. The introvertedness, like they're fighting it a little bit because they're like, there's no way Aquarius is interested in me. You know what I see happening? God's going to create a set of circumstances that causes you guys to get close to each other. Either it's like work and you guys have to do a project. Like back in high school, you'd have been teamed up in the science project together, right? Or they have to travel or you have to travel, like work or something that brings you in the same place that allows for the way you guys met the first time, it allows it to happen again, right? And it repeats. Literally the same whole circumstances, similar type of place, type of vibe, type of everything, that they're going to crack first. And they're going to be like, so what's up with us anyways? Have you ever considered this or that? You're causing them to have a complete death card transformation with the Tower card. And especially the pennies back. Remember I mentioned throwing pennies in a wishing well? Some of you guys might even notice coins on your path. But the thing on this is it all repeats the cycle because they're actually behind the scenes being like, oh man, I wish I'd, like, come on, brain, think of things. They wanted to take the chance and they didn't, which has you thinking they're not interested. But then when you least suspect it, they're just clearing some stuff out in their schedule and their mind in order to make the time for you, right? Because they were like, well, I didn't want to be in a relationship, but now I really totally want to be in a relationship. And if they would keep you posted, it'd be cool. But then they get so busy, you're going to notice they're not ignoring you like your past person. They got a lot of unanswered notifications in their phone. But at 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, it's literally that this thing elevates in the week ahead to bring you guys closer and closer to a meetup that brings you guys in out of the cold. It's literally the scene in Titanic where Rose is like, I changed my mind. That's totally what it is. And it's not so much they changed their mind. They're like, oh man, why didn't I take the shot before? And that's what they're overcoming from the 5 of Pentacles. Why didn't I make this happen sooner? That leads from the false start to the successful start with the 6 of Pentacles. All right. They're going to clear this work schedule and surprise you guys. One of you guys will wind up traveling to meet with the other one as a result of work. that allows this to begin to grow into a long-term relationship. I do see relocation in their future to work stuff out with you, or they can travel for work already, like I was mentioning before. But the Hierophant shows there's union in the future coming for you guys. You guys are destined to be together. It's just that I'm seeing a breakdown of how slow it is for this to start, but it's already taking off. One of you guys are going to pull the other person out of the friend zone in the best possible way. And I like that to start as friends, because it's like now you guys are comfy. You don't have to be all weird and awkward at the dates, because it's like we know each other. We just get the vibes. We both speak Aquarius going forward. They will open up to that one, and it allows you the time to kind of teach them what you want out of the relationship. Be like, it's okay. I'm nervous too. Do this, do that, this and that. And it's not so much going to be talking about and comparing to the exes, but more about this is what triggered me from my exes, and just don't do it. And you'll be like, okay, well, here's me too. Don't do these. And it lets you guys start on a solid foot this time with the Moon card. Totally expect the unexpected with Temperance, the Moon, and the Eight of Wands to the Page of Cups. Literally, this person pops up with the offer when you don't even suspect it. That's my boy. That's Charles Lightoller right there. And when he showed, as the ship was leaving port, he popped up in the crow's nest. And everybody's like, aren't you supposed to be on the bridge or somewhere else? And he's like, aren't you? They're like, what are you talking about? Aries energy, also some Cancer off of this too. But this is the photobomb guy of the Titanic. So they will literally photobomb into your life and be like, I'm ready. You're going to be like, I just finished watching a tarot reading about you. Oh, this person's totally into tarot. But it does close the old cycles and let you guys come together for a successful union that you didn't suspect, because we've come full circle on the energy. Eight of Wands to the Eight of Wands. I love this for you. This is already happening. It's beautiful. Page of Cups. Claim this thing down in the comments. I love this for you. Right now, you're sitting there going, there ain't nothing going on. I'm about ready to just give up on it all and just stay single. But then they're ready. Literally, the minute that you 1,000,000,000%, I'm out, I'm done, I'm walking away. And that's when the text message goes off. I love it for you. And you're like, oh, hey, hold on. He just Snapchatted me. They just texted me. Oh, okay. And it gets going from there. Complete reset. I love it. Remember, Aquarius, this will resonate to any placement of Aquarius in your chart too, because you are not just your sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign, but all the parts of your charts make you 1 in a billion. Remember that. All right. So until next time, peace and love, and I'll see you then.